Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I am going to be showing you how I personally conceal and correct underneath my eyes. I've had a lot of requests on my Facebook page for this particular video, and so I really wanted to come on and show you a couple techniques that I have used and still use in order to get rid of any darkness underneath my eyes. I am pretty fair, so it's a little bit harder, I feel like, on me to see like the darkness that I don't like, but I have some redness in my skin and some discoloration, obviously, like I have my freckles, and then I do have a little bit of darkness under here. It really shows up when I wear like light to medium coverage foundations. You can really tell that I have a little bit of darkness. So first of all, I think it's really important to understand what combats that darkness. So you're going to be looking for salmon, orange, those type of colors are going to combat the darkness, the purple and the blue, underneath your eyes. I can do a whole separate video on color correcting, like color correcting for the redness and for any type of scarring, purple, blue, whatever it may be. There's a whole bunch of color correcting tips that you can go through. But today we're going to focus on just the under eyes. So the two products that I love using is one, a type of correcting pen or concealer. So there are two products that I particularly like to use. One is going to be creams or liquids like this one from Hard Candy. I picked this up recently and this is in the color Peach, and this is a Color Correct Expert cream. And then the second, which is one that I've used more than this kind, is using a lipstick. Now again, you're going for like a more salmon or orangey red, if you will, to combat underneath the eyes. I know it sounds super scary, but I promise you it works out. Remember, with lipsticks, most lipsticks are designed to not fall in and kind of exaggerate your wrinkles. So generally, it's not going to do that under your eyes. Even though they're two completely different areas, they're both really sensitive skin and soft, and they have wrinkles in them. Our lips do and our eyes do, and so this is designed to not fall in those wrinkles, and so that's why it actually makes a really good product for underneath your eyes. So I'm going to swatch both of these for you. This one is from Hard Candy, like I said before, and this one I'm not a huge fan. It doesn't have like a doe foot applicator. It has more of like a brush wand, and so that's what that looks like. So usually these are going to be pretty rich in pigment, and they're going to give you, sorry if I went out of focus, and they're going to give you like a decent amount of coverage so that they can combat those circles in those eyes. So this one I do like. It's a little bit lighter in terms of coverage of those, but you can build it up. Okay, so the next one is this one from Wet n Wild. This is the What's Up Doc 515D color, and this one is, again, it's going to be a bright neon color. It looks pink, but it's actually like an orangey red. But this is actually a really good type of color to stick under your eyes in order to combat those dark circles. The old one that I had that I accidentally threw away was more of like a really bright orange, and that one did wonders. So we're going to go ahead and go in with this cream one first, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of the darker areas and where I'm going to place this. Alright, so I know this looks like a concealer, and for some it may be a concealer, but it is meant for color correcting. So I am just going to place this right where I have more purple areas. The darkest of my circles is actually closest to the inner corner of my eye, and so I get it right up in there. And I either like to use a brush like this or use my fingertips to tap it out, because you'll get more coverage that way. If you use a sponge or a beauty blender, those are designed to pick up excess product, and so that's why I don't like using them for this particular area, simply because I want the coverage that is there. Alright, so as you can tell, this has already brightened up my eye a lot. This is exactly what you want. So you go on top of this with your concealer normally, and I mean, I guess if you're as fair as I am, then you can leave that as like your concealer. But generally you're going to go over the corrector with your concealer, and so even if this ends up being pretty light for you, your concealer will end up evening it out. Alright, so that is pretty much it with this type of color correcting product. This will brighten up under your eyes. I believe this is $5. You can find it at Walmart, and it really does the job pretty well. And I know that they have a few different color ranges, so look for any of the orange, red, or those types, and you will see they have a new display at Walmart this week, and they've had it for a little while. But it does have darker shades of this tone in order to combat darker circles on different skin tones. Now, if you do have really dark circles, I don't, but I'm going to show you anyway, then one thing that you can do is take a little bit of the lipstick on the back of your hand, grab a smaller brush like this, dip into it, get a little bit of the product on here, and then you're just going to go right over the areas that have a little bit more intense darkness. And then in those areas, just go ahead and blend it out again. So with a color corrector that is this intense, you are definitely going to want to go over it with concealer, because this does not look natural at all, but it has taken care of your dark circles. So I'm just going to go over it with my concealer that I love. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. Alright, and as you can tell, our dark under eyes are completely gone. So again, if you don't have too bad of dark circles, go ahead and try this first before you try a lipstick. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation and the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Alright you guys, so that is it. I'm actually not going to do all my face on camera right now because I have another video to film. But honestly, concealing your under eyes, it is such a big and annoying problem, but it is so easy to fix. It's just knowing how to do it. So I will link both of these products and some others that I recommend down in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, and if you're on my Facebook channel, be sure to jump over and subscribe as well. On my Facebook channel, I do post like daily tips and tricks for beauty, so if you want to be a part of that, go ahead and head over to Facebook, type in Freckled Beauty, and there I will be. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and I love you guys, and we will see you in my next video. Bye!